very soon. He is in the person of Brother Morris, and he is somebody that we will let him introduce himself, but he is a community ambassador, one of the community ambassadors in Australia, and he's going to give us the full details himself as he introduces himself to us, and we're going to be going straight into today's interview or discussion about how they have built a legacy in Africa, and now they've left the legacy, and now they are building other legacies. I don't mean just a legacy, other legacies outside in the diaspora, to be precise, Australia, for the sake of this discussion. So without much ado, we will invite our brother Morris and let him tell us about himself. So before Brother Morris introduces himself, I would like to request that everybody should try your best to share the link. Share the link with your friends and family, anybody that you have anywhere that can join us. Just send the link, let people get to know. We are live on Facebook and YouTube today, and it's going to be a blessing because the words in there, the encouragement, the motivation, how things have happened, you need to know, because I put something there like you are changing lives not in your abundance, but in love. So without much ado, Brother Morris, good evening Australian time.
Good evening, Lisa. How are you?
Very good, brother. How has your day been so far today?
The day has been a bit hectic, but we've managed. Yes, being a community worker, we humble ourselves. Even today, Easter Monday, we had to reach out to the community concerns.
Wow.
You know, their concerns or their challenges are our concerns.
That's right. That's right. That's very good to know. It's very good to know. So today, can you please introduce yourself to our wonderful viewers? I know you are, as captioned under the screen, it says Brother Morris is the Cowled Community Ambassador. So
Yes.
Tell us about yourself in brief so that we can go on to the task for today.
I will introduce myself as Morris Chisto Mukasa. I will call myself a vulnerable servant of God. Vulnerable servants of God, we are humbling ourselves. Our people in the community, our concerns, the challenges of the community are always our concerns. We are guided by the Holy Spirit. We are believers. As Christians, we promote the values of Christianity. And above all, we don't segregate when we are serving, whether this one is a Muslim, whether this one is a non-Catholic or non-Christian. We take them as children of God. They are all created in the image of God. Briefly, a married man for now nearly 20 years with my lovely wife, Teddy. She would be here, but we've got a terrible flu and she's affected greatly. So she has asked me to deliver her apologies. But we are moving together in all situations. We've been in Africa, left legacy for over 15 years. We've been helping transforming communities. It's also mobilizing for churches. We've been helping the needed, the voiceless. We've been for their voices here and there, acquiring advocacy. We've been trying to lift those who may not reach far or who may not have a hand through a wind of kindness, by tapping resources, by empowering communities with the information, by unlocking potential of the leaders, by training them, equipping them. I'm a well-trained facilitator in trauma healing problems or trauma responses, trauma healing responses. I'm a facilitator, an international one, when it comes to equipping. So if you have any equipping workshop, I've been facilitating in many countries. I've been to America, facilitating. I've been to Canada. Sorry, no, not to Canada. I've been to Australia here before. I've been to France. I've been to Sweden. I'm planning to go to Canada. I've been to many countries, France.
Wonderful.
Trying to empower communities.
Okay, so when you say we are talking about leaving legacies in Africa and
Yeah.
building legacies in the diaspora, especially in Australia, to be precise. What do you mean when you say you have left some legacies? Can you mention specific legacies you've left in Africa?
All right. I would say building a legacy, it goes beyond reputation. It represents your values, your profile. It represents the activities of your hands, whether you're still alive or after this life we are living.
Yes.
So people should not remember you for the well dressing. People should not remember you for the good cars you used to drive. People should remember you for the good work that you've done, that you've delivered as instructed by our Almighty. So we've been able to transform people's lives. We mentioned in prisons mostly, turning lives, making those serial killers preachers. It is not easy to reach a turning point, but God has blessed us, me and my wife. For the last 15 years, we've been able to transform people's lives in Africa, and we have live testimonies. We have pastors, we have people who have been Al-Shabaab youth, promoting killing, assassinating people's lives, but we've been able to transform them, helping them to show them God is way, and they have followed to the point that now they are pastors. We've sponsored some to go back and study, and we have pastors that I won't mention their names, but at personal level I can always give them to you. We've been able to reconcile communities. You see, people have been fighting, religious leaders have been having wrangles, disputes. So I've been always a mediator of churches, between churches and the government. I've been a mediator. I've been reconciling issues of high nature. For example, building peace in war zones. I've been a key person. I've been managing, I will just mention one major role I played in 2016 around Christmas time.
Okay.
I was instructed by the cardinal, the only cardinal in Uganda, Cardinal Emmanuel Wamara, me and the Archbishop Odama, His Grace, to go and bring peace to the northern region of Uganda, Koni zone, the war zone. And I was spearheading that mission that I thank God that we managed, me and His Grace Bishop Odama, to fulfill under the instructions of the Cardinal. So we've fulfilled many missions. When I talk about legacy, it will be remembered that it was me and my wife who took the representative of the Pope to the prisons for the first time.
Wow.
Rosira prison.
Wow. So,
it was me who
yeah. Beautiful.
It was me who visited prisons in Kenya, Langata Women Prison, to save lives of women. It will be remembered that it is me who stood firm to bring the International Prison Chaplaincy chapter in African countries, in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, those countries. I influenced a lot in 2010 during our Forgotten People's Conference in Sweden, Stockholm. So I've been around the world trying to empowering people and unlocking potential of communities.
Wow.
Yes.
So what you said, you were able to transform some people from the prisons.
Yes.
Can you tell specifically what are some of the things that were done to be able to help them to transform? You know what I mean? Because it's not easy getting someone to transform from being an ex-convict into fitting into society. Many other people that we know, when they come out of the prison, because of social stigma and how they are treated, they are not able to reintegrate into the system. So how did you get it done? And without mentioning names, if you can give us one particular person's case study.
I will give one particular name whose permission is given to me already.
Perfect.
And he can be reached even on WhatsApp and any other contact. But transforming is not my work, and no one can transform somebody, but we help, we support people.
That's right. That's right.
Towards transformation. As counselors or as practitioners, people have got many challenges that may even lead them to appreciate prisons to become their home. And when they see the outside, the community, the society, they judge this to be another prison, according to their understanding and the acceptance of life in prisons. So what I mean, I was writing actually a book, When Prison is Home and the Home is Prison. So some people, they see us in the community, in the families, as strangers. And they find prison life, they find life very convenient for them. Some people, they find friends, true friends, than hypocrites in the community. They find genuine lovers. They find preachers talking about Jesus in prison than anywhere they ever heard about Jesus in the community.
Wow.
They listen more when they are in prisons than the distractions in the community. Wow. They have less temptations in the prisons than the temptations late or degree outside.
Wow. So you said something very, 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 very profound here. Yeah, you said the title of your book is When Prison Becomes Home and Home Becomes the Prison.
Yes.
That is a very profound statement. And I remember you were explaining like they get kind of victimized in society so much so that they prefer to be in prison.
Yes, so, than the unknown world.
So, yeah. So how did you get to be able to, I mean, take this kind of concept from the mind of this gentleman you are going to mention his name? How were you able to get it done for him, and what has become of his life now?
One, you need to change your lifestyle as a person approaching them. Two, you need to understand that the human beings, they are created in the image of God, like us, like anybody else. Yes. That they are loved too, the same way Jesus loves us. So we should not be judgmental when you are dealing or when you are approaching them.
That's right.
Two, these people, we need to improve on our communication when you are talking to them. Tools of communication requires more listening. When I talk about listening, I will talk about the 3H principle. Listening from head, listening from heart, listening from feet. So, what do I mean? By listening from head, you listen for actual facts.
Wow.
Listening from heart, you listen for what you think they want you to listen to. They can tell you terrible lies, they can tell you long statements, but you have to listen. It is a journey. Transformation is a journey, is a process. You take them from here, they will change statements at this stage. They will change a statement at a certain stage. You can listen to them daytime. The statement can change at night. You continue listening. Some of us who are working with them, we keep on cross-checking them, challenging them, discussing their matters, arguing with them. But listening is a tool that they appreciate. Two, a problem well discussed is halfway solved. When you sit with a prisoner and you listen to them and they discuss, it's like bringing out what they have been holding for many, many years or long time. They have to win trust. And for you to be trusted, you need to also obtain some values. You have to have, respect is not just bought somewhere. You have to own it. You have to fight for it. You have to be having those values. As people of God, we are identical. As people of God, we have some values which are very treasured by the prisoners. When you go to the prisoners, sometimes we target or we focus on the prisoners, but you find even the staff themselves, they are also more or less prisoners. So when I took the bishops to baptize the prisoners, I ended up baptizing the prison officials.
Wow.
And I asked them, at your age, 39 years, 28 years, how come you never been baptized? And they tell you, we never had a listening here that we have had today. So people are in a conducive environment that can listen more to God's words than the distracted world. In prisons, God's word is more important, and your life has nothing to do with the wealth of the world. There's nothing like an iPhone, a new Samsung. These women, they are nothing to distract you.
Wow.
Your human values are all settled to listen to God. So whoever God sends you will come, talk to you, and you have a clear mind. That is what we call a consulted mind. You consult the mind. Is this what I've been doing? I've been killing people. I've been stealing. I've been a liar for many years. I've been a con man for many years. Do I need to continue? So for us as people helping them to transform, we just guide them, taking through stages. And these are the stages that we take them through. One, there is a stage we call a crisis village. That village, people have just left court, people have just been at police level, they have been brought to prison. They don't have any settled mind in them. So we need to give them time. That village is not good for us practitioners to guide them. Even if you pray with them, they will just hear your prayer, but they're still in a panicking situation. Stage number 2 is what we call the no hope village. This is the stage at which a prisoner will have no hope in his life. He had money is no longer helping. He had friends, they are distancing away. Wow. He had girlfriends, he had many lovers, they're saying that was not my choice. He had relatives, including the family members.
Okay.
They were all distanced. Others will describe him as a terrible, horrible character in the family. So what we see is that now you, God's sent person, you become a true messenger of God. So they listen to you with the maximum respect. Thirdly,
so in this case, when you go to try to transform the people like this, in what capacity do you go? I know that you have a lot of responsibilities and titles. You are part of the CALD community, and you work as in the chaplaincy as well. So in what capacity would you be going to the prisons?
I've been going there as a prison chaplain.
As a
prison chaplain?
Okay.
Yes, prison chaplains are both lay people and clergies. So you find in some societies.
Yeah, so you go as the. Sorry, just a minute. So you go as the. For what country? Prison chaplain for what country?
I've been a prison chaplain representing Uganda for 5 years.
In Uganda?
Okay. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And I've been the head of the chaplains, actually. Okay. And when I train my fellow prison chaplains, most of the issues we are talking about, they were new to them, including the bishops, including the priests, including the pastors, including police officers. No one ever volunteered to train them apart from me and my wife, to transform the whole country.
Wow.
I used to travel throughout the country, training prison officers, training the pastors, training the nuns, training the pastors, training the imams of the Muslim community, how to talk to these people voluntarily. And I thank God that I left a legacy, and many people really started ministries, and they are still helping our people, our communities.
Wow. So what you left over there as a chaplain is still going on, and more prisoners are being transformed.
We thank God that to some extent people have been transformed, quite many testimonies we have. And we thank God that even some staff who used maybe to torture them, they understood the level of punishment that requires somebody to transform. The level of communication improved. I don't know, because I've been here now for 5 years. But by the time I left, the fire was still burning.
So,
However,
if I want to ask you something, sorry for cutting you in.
yes,
In all your experience working in Uganda as a prison chaplain,
yes.
what are some of the crimes that the people committed that took them to prison, and then whose story really touched your heart that as of now you are
Yes.
so happy that that particular person, you remember him,
Yes.
and like you got so attached to the person's story, and you were really worried. You know, you care about
Yeah.
all of them, but is there any particular instance where that case actually puts you on the edge of you feeling like you wanted to do anything to make sure God saves this brother and gives him another life? Was there anyone like that?
I will mention the categories of crimes that takes people to prisons, like you asked me.
Okay.
One, ignorance. Ignorance is a door to prisons.
Yeah.
Many people are not informed, and they have no information. They tell you, don't do this, but they're not aware, they're not informed. Two, these simple cases you judge as simple cases, domestic violence, abuses, they result in two big ones. The simple cases you judge as simple cases, starting getting a boyfriend when you're a married woman, they will end up into murder at a later stage. You will end up murdering your boyfriend or your husband.
Yeah.
Or a man cheating over your wife. You end up bringing larger cases around your family, your life.
Wow.
For women, hot-temperedness, they lose control all the time. That alone, they regret when it's too late. Fighting, judging anything without consulting. So women end up in prison most of the time. For the youth, gambling, prosperity, trying to prosper, quick shortcuts, getting money, using shortcut means,
Yeah.
has resulted into imprisonment of many youth. For children, desperation, poor livelihoods, lack of school fees, lack of social services. Someone is admiring another neighbor, so they yearn to at least look like the neighbors, and in the process, they are trapped into the crime committee. Other related crimes, like the petty offenses, are similar to the countries like here.
Yeah.
Smoking, little marijuana, they're everywhere. But it is our responsibility as leaders to talk about them and prevent. But for the high crimes I ever managed and I was successful,
Yeah.
is the case of Al-Shabaab crime committers, killing people in Sudan, killing people in Somalia, killing people in Kenya, and this client was handed over to me for transformation because I had a rehabilitation home. It was handed over to me by the government after failing to transform him. Arrested a number of times. In our terminology, we call it recidivism control. It was a recidivism control category of a case and handed over to me to manage. I thank God. I slept with this younger boy who was influenced to go to crime committing of high nature. One, they don't tell them what they are going to do. They tell them they are going to go for training, getting jobs, and the job they don't reveal. Reaching there, you are supposed to be trained to kill a suicide bomber or a transporter, transporting the equipment of making the weapons. So all these trainings the boy did, only to find himself in a trap. When you resist and say, I'm withdrawing, they have to kill all those who are withdrawing. They ask you, where are you going? We are going home.
So you said that guy was a member of the Al-Shabaab.
Yes.
Those that were committing
Yes.
the crime in Sudan
Yes.
and Uganda
Yes.
and all that. Yes, please continue.
Sudan, Tanzania,
Yeah.
and we asked him, because one day I took him to the Archbishop's office and we gathered the priests for him to train the priests how the crimes are committed. And he said, I don't know the number of people I've killed.
Wow.
It was a terrible testimony because I had to sleep with him. I had to monitor him day and night.
Wow.
Me and my wife, this is where God tested us. Many people used to see us and ask Maurice, don't you fear your wife to be killed, your children to be killed, your wife to be raped? Because we used to sleep with the great rapist in this world, the
Wow.
Al-Shabaab killers in this world. One can lose temper and they kill you too. So we've gone through terrible trials, but we thank God that the leaders I'm talking about, it is the whole Spirit guiding us. We didn't train from any university to know how to do this, but it is God Himself.
Wow.
Because by the time we came here, we've been receiving students from different universities all over the world coming to Uganda and they practice doing their internship with my organization for them to learn how to manage these people.
Wow.
I've been consulted by many organizations worldwide how to manage this kind of nature of, cases.
So yeah, go ahead.
But the gentleman, he managed to calm down, listen to us, and he requested for assistance in life, that I wouldn't choose to kill people, but I never had any love. I never been, for me, I was not loved by my parents. I was not loved by my community. I never seen love in my life. I had to go with those who loved me by then, the street men,
Wow.
the street boys. They took me for a job. And he's genuine because he's telling you, and I had to go and examine the parents. Actually, they never loved him. He was on the street.
Wow.
So the boy thought he's getting genuine lovers, giving him an access to life. So he ended up training for that. So when he was caught in Kenya, he was arrested. But the law, at international law levels, there are some statements, and I'm going to mention one here, that he never had a case to answer because Kenya had no case against him.
Wow.
So there was no evidence for him, and he was deported to Uganda. And I had to receive information. There is a case. We want you to come and help this young boy. You are the one helping the prisoners. But this is terrible. After like 1 year and a half, he was released from prison, given to me for rehabilitation by the government.
Wow.
I took him to his mosque. The head of the Muslim by then, he's late now. He said, Maurice, you bring many Muslims, but this one, he spoiled our image, take him away from us. And I took a Muslim to my house, a Christian. He accepted. On the way going, he was proposing to grab a gun from any police officer and go back and kill the head of the Muslim. I told him, don't do that. Killing is no longer a purpose in life, in your life.
Wow.
This young boy was around 19.
Really?
I took him back. Yes. I took him back to my house. We slept with him for nearly 3 years, watching him, watching his movements. I made sure that he gets a job. And we sponsored his driving license, and he got a driving license. This young boy, he asked me, this is where the transformation comes now. He asked for a Bible. He was a Muslim. He said, but this little Bible has verses similar to the Quran. Our Quran tells us there is Maryam. Then there is Mary here. Our Quran talks about this one. But for us, we see Jesus. And now these books are similar. It started from there. Then when we gave him the little Bible, he looked around how to go back and study the Bible. I had to go with him and sit in the Bible Society classes. And we did the courses myself with him. What is the topic to learn here, or something to learn here? That humbling yourself can transform somebody's life.
Wow.
I had to sit with him 3 weeks, and we got certificate together. And when I left Uganda, he went to Nairobi to study in the college of the pastors. Unfortunately, he invited me to graduate 2 years back. It was COVID time. I couldn't travel. And he graduated as a pastor. He's now leading a church. And I'm happy one day you could host him, my brother.
Wow. I think we have to speak to this gentleman.
He will be more than that.
Yeah, his journey is something that will encourage somebody that is also an ex-convict that has been through situations and now has been able to come out of the situation and thinks all is lost.
Yes.
And then I believe we will pray that God will bless you so much, because you seem to have laid down your life to save someone. You seem to have given up your family's safety for someone else's change. And that is priceless. To be able to like sacrifice your family and your wife, to God bless her for allowing you to go that channel, because it's not easy for someone to bring in a stranger into his house, and a stranger that is dangerous. You know, this one you can't pretend. The guy is a dangerous person. But then you're able to host the person, and the grace of God has worked through you to cause that change in his life. So I think my viewers would like to, our viewers would like to hear from this guy, his testimony, how he's been able to transform from being an Al-Shabaab member at the gunpoint, doing all these things, and now the grace has transformed him into a refined Christian, now a man of God, delivering the word and saving other souls also for the kingdom. So how has your experience been like in Australia as a transformer? And then I've seen that your association has got a website. That's the cross-cultural partnership engagement worldwide. Is that your website? Yes. Okay.
Yes, please.
So can you tell us a little bit about your website?
Shortly after arriving here.
Yeah. What do you normally do?
It took me 1 year.
Yeah.
It took me one year trying to associate myself with those who are doing similar work that I used to do home. But I had boundaries. I had boundaries around me, and I couldn't manage. I also tried to work with those who are practicing, and their visions were a bit different. Mine was a bit unique because of the transformation I used to do is not fabricated, is not duplicated, is not of pretense, is not of hypocrisy. Many people, even here, my fellow Ugandans, they don't understand the way I do my work. They ask, what is this man after? How can he donate refrigerators to us? How can he donate all these beautiful things? Can't he ship them home? They don't understand how God uses Morris and his wife to do work. Up to now, many people doubt what I'm doing here.
So you are doing, at the moment, I've got your website on the screen. And,
yes.
The homepage says Cross-Cultural Partnership Engagement Worldwide. And I can see people dancing, people that have been transformed, dancing and being excited. I can see you've got some projects that you've done.
Yes.
Okay, you've got some projects, a page for projects where you have some children. It says Kwetu Project, African Therapeutic Models. They are doing some musical program, and then
we use African values to transform communities here, including Australians.
Wow.
We use sometimes music, bringing joy, recover peace, recover joy, bringing love into reality, recovering someone's happiness. Someone told me here in the home, I went to the seniors home here, and someone confessed that I've spent 15 years without laughing, without being happy, just after drumming with us. So we are using some African values, African cultural instruments, African tools to transform our people in the diaspora.
Wow, that is beautiful. And then on your website, I can see that you've also got dialogue on humanity, unlocking potentials, and it says out-designing conflicts. It says
out-designing conflicts.
Conflict for positive life change.
Yes.
Yeah, you've done all these things, and I can see some donations. It says Twining and Trans National International Project.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got a lot happening here. Would you want to talk about any specific thing that is happening on your website?
Yes, I want to talk about let me start with the care for caregivers. We want to tell our people who are working in the community that we are like a vacuum in Africa call them the hoovers, or the vacuuming the dust in the house.
Yeah.
We consume a lot of dust from the community. From Monday to Sunday, from January to December.
Yeah.
But we need somebody to come and empty our bin, to change our bin. If we don't do that, we are going to give very dangerous therapies to our people. That's what I do here. I reach out to organizations. You will find me having meetings with police, nurses, find me with the pastors, the priests. We are trying to tell them, yes, you know much, but you studied it, yes, in degree, with the degrees, yes. You have all you think by theory, but for us who have been in practice for over 20 years, we are telling you things need to be done this way in order to have an impact, in order to have a positive transformation purpose you are looking for.
That's right.
Two, when it comes to the Kwetu project or the Kwetu therapeutic model or African therapeutic model, we believe that our people need their culture to understand things more. Our children will demand for our cultural values if we don't come out now. If you put a policy today and they don't translate it into our languages, into our understanding, into our local, beliefs, a point will be missed somehow. But when we come together and complement the government communication strategies, and we use our strategies, I tell you, my dear brother, my dear listeners, people are more comfortable with our approach because we don't leave any stone unturned, and we make life easy, and we also work like a vessel. We take the information from the government, we bring the information from the community to the government. It's a vessel. It's a two-way traffic. Yes.
So in all these things, I believe you are doing it from the Christian point of view, from the spiritual, religious point of view, to try and save souls, to bring souls that need to be transformed to the point of transformation. I know it will have a lot of financial implications. Logistics will be in there. How are you guys doing it? You and your wife, both of you doing this. How are you getting your hands around it? Financial implications. How are you able to get it done?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I want to thank God not only here. Life is easier here than in Africa. In Africa, we used to do that, but I had radios, like the television here today. I had the people bringing clothes for me to donate to the prisoners. Christmas, Easter, I used to get cows. People looking for money to give them cows to take it to the Muslim Eid celebrations. Christmas, I used to get free. God is rich. God's treasurer is the richest one. So when I came here, it has been easier for me. I just find it, even as I talk now, I have 100 suits to donate to the vulnerable people. Men suits, brand new. I get free transport from more, let me mention names of companies here supporting me. I get more Tony Hire company, events management company, giving me free trucks to transfer or to move people who are relocating their homes for free. I do that for free.
In Australia?
I get free in Australia, in Sydney. I have like 7 trucks for free with the fuel, and I have the keys. I have copies of the keys. I just open and say, I'm driving it today. Tomorrow someone drive. The manager listening. I want to appreciate Morton Hire Company. For 5 years, they have been supporting me. And all the trucks that I'm using to deliver refrigerators, furniture, they give me free furniture as well. So companies like that, it is God's will that once we go somewhere and start a legacy, and he put his own people. He says, I will give you the right people to help you with my work. I'm doing his work. 2, I have offices like a Salvation Army. Salvation Army, they are housing me for 5 years. They gave me a 3-bedroom house up to now. I'm paying little money for bills and whatever, but they're supporting us. I offer free training for those who have just left Africa coming here to drive. I offer free driving lessons. They bought a brand new car, handed it over to me to train African people. And I'm doing that for free. Fuel is for Salvation Army. The car is for Salvation Army. Even my first car I drove here as Morris to help people as a chaplain, a Mercedes Benz, was bought by Salvation Army. So I have people having God here.
Salvation
I have the
Army.
Catholic Church, the Archdiocese of Sydney, the Archdiocese of Sydney, the office of the Archbishop, is giving me all the refrigerators I donate. You know, when I donate you a washing machine, is from that office. The immigration office of the Archdiocese is giving me all the vouchers I bring to the community to buy food, the oil I bring, the food I deliver, the Christmas gifts I deliver to people every Christmas, to children in the community.
Let me ask you this. It looks like you are doing a lot of giveaways to so many people. You are giving a lot of packages, donating fridges, donating washing machines, like giving out a whole lot of things, expensive items to people. Now the question is, who qualifies in Australia? Who qualifies to collect something like this from you? Who do you give them to?
Whoever put up his hand that I'm a bit desperate in this. And we know when we get items, we post them. We have forums, African forums, Ugandan forum, Kenyan forum. We have the Kaldi Communities forum. We just post. I've got beds. Now as I talk, I have 20 beds from Regent's Hotel at the airport. They have given me 12 beds, queen beds.
Okay,
you just
so
put up your hand if you need them.
Let me tell you, my viewers. Viewers, now please listen to me. Our brother here says it's a donation. He has got 12 beds. I am assuming it may be single beds or double beds.
Double beds with their mattresses.
So is the bed, the base plus the mattress. If you are
and the free transport.
Whoa. If you are listening
I bring
to me,
them to your door. Yes.
My goodness, this is too good to be true. Please, if you are listening to us, this is what we bring you, Coda TV. If you are listening to me right now and you think you need a bed right now, just raise up your hand, give me a call. There's a number scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It says +61 412 805277. If you need a bed, the base and the mattress, please give us a call right now. The first comes, first serve. I believe that's
the donor is Regent's Hotel at the airport. The donor.
Regent's Hotel at Sydney Australian Airport. They have donated these items, and it has fallen into the hands of our brother Morris. He is handling the distribution. So if you are in need of a bed, please look into my eyes closely. If you are in need of a bed, please and please again, contact me straight away. If you live in Sydney, anywhere in Sydney, free delivery. Brother Morris is ready to deliver it. It has been sponsored, transportation looked after, and he is going to make himself available to drive it to your doorstep.
Me and my wife will lift them to your door. Yes.
You can't get this anywhere except on Coda TV. Give us a call and let us get your problem solved. God bless you so much. So, Brother Morris, if everybody qualifies to take this item, like you said,
anybody, for us, we don't segregate. We see you as a child of God. Listen to this. Last Christmas, I was invited by Little Bay community, you see, Catholic Church community. They donated items for Christmas excessively because I had to reach out to Sudani community, I had to reach out to Ugandan community, I had to reach out to everywhere, and the people were very happy. And up to now, I still have excessive items for children to celebrate Christmas. If you have any family with children, I have a store of toys, of gifts in my house, in my store. Two, on top of that, they contributed $5,000 to the van we are going to buy.
Okay.
In order to manage our work. Can you imagine how they say, use our office, access those good people, let them help you with your work. So the question you asked me, how do I manage the finances? It's God's work. God is sponsoring.
Wow.
Yes.
This is amazing. So you also have kids' toys?
Yes. Quite a lot. For free. I have computers. I've been donating laptops, items, I mean, iPads. If you have children, and you are seated there, you are a parent, approach us. As I talk now, we are going to get even more.
Wow.
Even where I work, I forgot to tell you where I work, my brother. Me and my wife, we work for 2 jobs and we work together, both jobs. After this shift, we go to another one together.
I think I can guess one of them.
Which one is that?
One of them, I don't want to mention the name, but one of them is into stationaries.
Yes, but
Yeah.
my managers are happy to help. I thank God that God blessed us with good jobs and good managers. It is very appropriate to appreciate or
Wow.
to put a credit where it deserves.
Wow.
Where we work, I've now been in charge of the dispatch department at office
Wow.
hours for 2 years.
Wow.
My wife is in production.
Wow.
We get good money. We sponsor our work. We get money. We sponsor our work. Sometimes we use our own money. Me and my wife we use our money, and the people, they're still confused here. People are asking, how can you invest your money in this website? Invest your money in this work. What do you gain? What are you looking for? Others are thinking I'm trying to become a politician. I'm preparing myself for votes. I said, no. I'm looking at God's heavenly payment than these luxury things we're talking about.
Wow.
I treasure God. I treasure the heaven than my space in heaven than here. So the question you're asking, he answered it already. That I will consider you both here and after this life we are treasuring.
Wow.
So many people are confused when they see us. They think maybe we are looking for prosperity. No, we've seen it all. My brother, we've been rich and started giving out. I've left Uganda with 3 houses, with all land titles. And I started from 0 here. As I talk now, I have 2 houses in Australia. The one where I sleep, Salvation Army handed it over, the key for me to sleep. It is not mine for Salvation Army, but I thank God. I have another house from the community that a community member just appreciated our work and said, the keys are here, support your work. That's where I keep my stuff.
Wow.
As storage. So God is rich, is providing. Yes.
God bless you. Let me send this specific information to a certain group of people. Please, if you are a student in Australia, I think this will be of a great help. If you are a student in Australia, or you just migrated to Australia and you need a bed, he says you need a bed, you need an iPad, or you need a basic computer to use, you need a fridge to manage, or maybe anything you need, which covers the things that I have mentioned now. Please contact us, Coda TV, send us a text, join us, subscribe to our channel, don't forget that, so that you will hear more of these good things. Send us messages, and then we will coordinate this thing to happen, he says he will deliver it to your doorstep.
I drive to Newcastle. I drive sometimes to Newcastle. I drive to Blue Mountains, delivering. Me and my wife, that's our work in the community. If you find anybody, they know us now. So don't tell me I'm in Smithfield is far. No. We shall look for you. We shall come.
Anywhere.
Yes. We have fuel, already paid fuel. We don't need fuel from you. We have trucks from Morton Hire. We have items donated and sponsored to your door. Wow. That is how Australian people are such a good people. They donate, they give you fuel, they empower you, they encourage you, they appreciate you, they lift you, including the TV that I'm now using is a free air to the community. I've not paid a single coin for this communication I'm making.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how beautiful Australians are.
Coda TV, we are. That is our quota to also support the good thing he's doing. So we don't take anything from him for what we are doing, but we believe that we can also support you to get the message across to you, so that will be our contribution to letting you get access to such an information, and then your life will be at ease. You will get a bed, you will get a mattress, you can get a fridge, you can get an iPad. Maybe I
even
have
a phone, handset, a phone. I've received like 17 phones I've donated during Christmas time to the students. Their students are living here and they are stranded with life.
Yeah.
They have no money to buy a new handset. At least get a second-hand one that Maurice can donate to you. At least I've seen students coming here and their school fees is not paid yet.
Wow.
Please look for us. We get you an opportunity to work somewhere.
You know what I'm going to do? I think I will set up this advert on our Facebook and on our platform. I will upload an advert for free items. If you live within Australia and you think you cannot afford it and you need some, so that people will contact me and then I will link up with you and we will get this happening because they have to benefit other people.
Yes, I have about 20 cameras in my household now. 20 cameras. You need a camera to tour around. Don't buy. You're a student, you've just come to this country, save that little pocket money of yours. God is providing.
Oh, wow. And you know what? These things, he's not saying when you come for them, you return it. You are not returning it. It becomes your property.
No. They're given to me to pass them to people who are in need. So the only risk assessment, and I want this to be mentioned here clearly.
Okay,
the only risk, many people, African people, they get confused when they say we have given items to Maurice to donate to refugees. So someone will say, I'm a student, I'm not a refugee. I'm an immigrant, skilled immigrant, I'm not a refugee. Remember, when people are trusting me, they see me representing those refugees who are vulnerable. So if I give you an item, I'm not describing you as a refugee. Accept it with a good heart. Yes. But the donor giving them to me, he says, maybe you have refugees in need. And that is how Australian people are trusting me. I want you to quote that.
Okay, so please, let's try to clarify this. What he's trying to say is that these donors are looking for people to give these items to them. And then they have found him as a window through where they can reach more people that could potentially need these things. So they are saying, okay, we want to give these things to people that will need them. Do you know somebody? Then he goes like, yeah, I belong to a community. I'm a community ambassador, so I can reach out to my people and give them to them. So he's not declaring you as a needy, neither is he declaring you as a refugee. But then he wants people that need it. You may be working, but you are spending your money on other things. So you may need a free iPad.
Yes.
That could qualify you. Yes. So I will see if I can come and see you and see if we can even get a few of those iPads and laptops and see that we can distribute them to our viewers who are in need. And
also there are more services.
Should the person be based in Australia or the person can be anywhere in the world?
I'm donating items in Australia for now.
Okay, so you must, the criteria is live in Australia.
Yes. Also, I'm trying to pursue that extended service to other countries because some people are telling me as a feedback and a positive feedback.
Yeah.
It is a positive criticism that Maurice, the people you are giving items here, they have access to them already. Can you give people from Zambia, from Sierra Leone, from Africa than these ones who are here? Those are more deserving cases. But I'm still communicating to my donors.
Okay.
Two, I also have some services, leave alone the items, kind items. We have services.
What services?
If someone is like stranded with their cases, maybe rejection, we have free legal services that have been given to me of recent. When I qualified it as an ambassador for Kaldi communities, the benefits, the fringe benefits, I've got free lawyers coming on board to provide what we call pro bono. Pro bono is the free legal services given to a client. So if you have anybody stranded there, has no money, maybe he has little money to manage his life, and he has a legal case to pursue, we have got free legal representatives from the government given to us. So we just fill a referral form. We don't need to know your challenges because these are confidential matter between you and your lawyer, but we just refer you or introduce you to them. That one is another advantage.
Okay, so if somebody has any legal case and the person requires a legal support,
not general legal case, but immigration challenge.
Immigration related challenges.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That is beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
So
Another service is when you are grieving. So you have lost your relatives, especially this COVID-19 period.
yeah.
These days, people have lost their relatives. You are grieving. We've got the Archdiocese of Sydney has given us a counselor who can talk to you to help you go through the grieving process. These things are very important. In Africa, we don't treasure them. But talking to a counselor is very important in our lives. I'm appealing my African people here. My people I represent, that let us humble ourselves and listen. Grieving process requires somebody like a counselor to help you go through this. Otherwise, I've seen a lot of cases increasing when it comes to psychological torture.
Yeah.
People are desperate in life here because of the effects of loss. So we need to come out clearly and appreciate these services.
Wow.
So I'm happy to introduce you to the office of the Archdiocese of Sydney. I'm proud of this lady. I'm proud of this Miss Kyrie. She's Sister Kyrie. Sister Kyrie, she's the immigration officer or the manager immigration office of Sydney Archdiocese. Wow. She's helping people. She's giving me most of the things I donate to people. She's connecting me to the right people who are the potential donors. So I'm happy to mention her name here.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's really good. So, if somebody contacts us today,
yes,
okay, and the person says, please, can I get a mobile phone? Do you have some available?
Straight away. I have.
Straight away.
Camera. I have.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So viewers.
Fridge. I have.
You have some.
A deep freezer. I have.
Deep freezer.
And sometimes I don't have storage for them. I need to give them out and I get more. I give them out and I get more.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Furniture.
Wow.
Someone is in need of a coffee table. Someone is in need of a desk. Someone in need of a dining. Let me know. I have many phone calls coming to me and I have no space. Sometimes I deny them. Yes.
Wow. I'm getting a message already.
Yes, please.
I'm checking if he can call in.
Yes, please.
Yep. If he has the time to call in.
Yes, please.
Okay. So yeah. Let me tell him what is going on. Okay, beautiful. So, man of God, everything is ready now. It looks like we can go straight into distributing the items.
Yes, please.
We can go straight into distribution straight away. So, what will be, how do I even put it? Everyone qualifies for maybe one item. You can't take multiples, obviously, so that other people can also get it, right?
Depending, sometimes you go to the family and you give, let me say, you give a father a nice suit and the children are looking at you. So we consider even children. So that's why sometimes we ask questions before we go to the family. Sometimes we invest time and they visit the family and assess the family.
Yeah.
Like today, where I've been today, I won't disclose the name.
Yeah.
But I found the tears in the family. Sometimes you go to a family and they don't want any item, but they want your presence to pray with them. Just a prayer with the family. Someone tells you, I lost all my children. They were 4 here. I'm alone. This is Easter. One died today, Easter time. So he wants someone to play with you, with her in the house. I lost my husband. I lost my children, and I'm here.
Wow.
We need people around us. We need people. There are community members who are actually dying of stress, who are having a lot of challenges in life. As community workers, I don't see it. I reach out, especially whenever I have time. I reach out to communities, to families. But today, my wife had to turn into tears when a lady said, I lost my first husband, I got married another one, he died, my 4 children died, I'd have no food in the fridge. I have nothing. We had to go and do some shopping.
Wow.
So there are people who are in need.
Let me read some comments from our viewers to you to encourage you on the job you are doing. We have Brother Benjamin Siddiq. He says, blessings, sir. Blessing to you too, my brother. And my sister Franklin Akwasin says, that is right. And Brother Emmanuel has given Brother Emmanuel Edu say, hey, my boss, he has sent us an emoji. He says, wow. And then we have another brother, Wood Emmanuel. He says, good job. God bless you too, man of God. God bless you so much. So viewers, the lines are ready. If you need any of these items, please and please again, you can call into the program right now. If you want, just pick up a phone, give us a call, share a word with our brother, encourage him for the job he's doing. It is a selfless job he is doing. He needs encouragement. Trust me. I don't think it's an easy task he's taken upon himself. Now he's telling us what he has done. And it sounds like, oh, it's just a matter of getting it done. But I can tell you point blank, it will not be easy. It will not be easy. It will come with challenges. So, brother, in this whole process, right from the time you were supporting people from overseas up to now in Australia, has there been a time that you felt like giving up? This is too much on me. You're a human being. You know what I mean? We know sometimes our strength wants to take us, can only take us to a certain point, but we feel like, no, man, the problems are becoming too much. It's beginning to have a toll on my life, my family. Has there been like that? Okay, brother, let's hold on for a second. Hello, sir. Hello. Yes. Please, this is Koda TV. How are you, Brother Emmanuel?
I'm good.
Okay, please, you want to speak on the program, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell the brother that he's doing a very good job. And I also work in the community, so I will need his number. And, just in case we need to help some of these outdoors, then I'll connect them to him.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
Wow. Brother Emmanuel, God bless you so much. I want you to really encourage him so that he doesn't give up. Because such things, brother, and you are doing a similar thing like you said, so you know how much discouraging it could be. So what word can you say to him?
I mean, I believe that nobody is paid for what they love doing. Let's take, for instance, those who are on drugs. Nobody paid them to take the drugs. So, if God has touched you or has given you that mandate to do what you are doing, don't let anybody change that. So tell him that he's doing such a good job, and there's a reward for that. Like he said, he is building abundance of love, mansion of love. So I think he should keep it up. Shouldn't let anybody stop him from doing that, because there are a lot of people in need in the community, especially in African community.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So God bless you so much, Brother Emmanuel. This your call means a lot to me. The reason being that it's not like I'm the only one trying to encourage you to keep up with the job you are doing, but our viewers are hearing you, and someone has been encouraged. Someone feels like you need a pat on the shoulder. So Brother Emmanuel, I'll make sure you get into contact with Brother Emmanuel, and then we can take our relationship from there. We need to build a solid family with a support-based mindset, so that we can also extend a helping hand to somebody that needs it the most.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having
God bless you so much. This Brother Emmanuel has always been a blessing. He's motivating us, encouraging us, and one of the greatest support personalities behind what we are doing. God bless you, man of God.
Bless you too.
So, Brother Morris, you
Yes,
see.
I'm answering your question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
The time that I've faced a challenging time in my life,
Yeah.
I have found it here in Australia than in Africa. Back at home, I became rich when I was still young. When I got my wife, we became more blessed, and we became we had whatever requires somebody to live an appreciated life. When we came here, none of the Ugandans knew us. And they see us as competitors. Many people see us as competitors, actually. Who is this man? Why is it starting my dreams? So people think what we are doing is their dream. Someone maybe thought of starting it. So we found some resistance in the community. You tell the people, gather around, we are going to talk to you about this. They tell them, don't go there. There are people, we call this PhD, pull him down, trying to pull your project down. That PhD is common in the community. We found it in Australia here. There's propaganda. They can describe you. They can nickname you. They can even say, this is a con man. Where does he get the mattresses? He's going to steal them and give them to you. Be careful. So there are people promoting propaganda of that nature. We have also found a problem, and this is very scary, that in African communities, people are pretending. They deserve, or they are qualifying cases to get help, but they are shy. They impersonate themselves. They don't want to live the real life. So putting up a hand, like my brother said, that we have people in the community, they fear. They want to compete with the indigenous people of this country that they are well off. Yes, I can imagine we can be well off sometimes, but if you have 10 and someone will give you one more and you get 11, it's not bad. But some people pretend. 2, the beneficiaries of this project, some of the clients that have in the last 3 years taken my beds, my refrigerators, or our cookers, or our washing machines, when they gather with the other people, they deny me. They say, oh, we don't want his items. They give me. They treasure them. You are our man. Can you get me another refrigerator? The same mouth talking bad things about the same. I'm talking about African people. The same mouth talks bad things about you. They are the same mouth talking good things with you. But for me, I know them. And I just forgive them, as Jesus said. Forgive them. They don't know what they are doing.
That's right.
But we are not working for anything else. Me and my wife, we have done this job for over 15 years, 17 years.
Wow.
People in Sydney, they have just seen us for only 3-4 years. So they are yet to see what we are going to do for God's people in Sydney. We are determined, and we have no setbacks. God is providing. And on top of that, God is connecting us to the right people. That's and right. This is a very clear message. If you lose 2 friends doubting you when you are doing God's work, then God is preparing another 20 for you. Don't get discouraged.
Wow.
God is aware these 2 were not meant to be part of his work. He's preparing another 20. He's like multiplying 10 times the number you've lost.
This is a message for somebody. Man of God, yes. This is a message to somebody today. If you have lost 2 friends and you did your best, not because of your bad attitude that took them away, remember, God is preparing 20 better friends for you.
Yes.
God bless you for that. Please go ahead.
That's what I've seen in my life. God has blessed us a lot. As we talk here, we are rejoicing.
Wow.
God is showing us his presence. Actually, this year, is revealing himself even more. So people have been doubting, but this man started as if he was joking. He has drums, because I go to churches with my drums, praising Lord, bring joy, joy to people's lives in the church. Different churches, Salvation Army, born again churches, Catholics, anyone, for free. You just invite me and I come with my Jeep and my fuel, and we don't need any pay. You know what people think? This man, I think he's a con man from Africa trying to con white people. No.
What?
You cannot con God. God is beyond these people you are protecting. God, he has the best camera to see our hearts.
But why would someone think that?
Yes.
I think I've seen one of your videos when the people were drumming a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Those are the seniors in their homes.
Wow.
We visit the homes, the elders. Actually, these seniors worked for this country. They paved the road, the ground where we stand. So we take that as an appreciation. Every weekend we visit the seniors and practice drumming with them. But you see, he says, I never had a chance to drum. This is my first time. Sometimes I even give them African wear, and we donate them some wear, some costumes, and they feel happy to look like us. They feel that is a unique love that African people are now combining, the skills together to bring a unique product that we call love.
Wow.
This is what we are yearning for. Whatever we have, these computers, these cell phones, these vehicles we are driving. In Africa, I was driving a Jeep I like most. Here I'm driving a Jeep that I ever liked most. And I'm satisfied in life. But they're nothing. What I treasure most is this person I helped, even if I don't know him. Yes.
Wow. That is really deep. So viewers, I think I will take this program. I will do a back-to-back program after today. I have to find time and discuss with you. Either I will let you take a short video of some of the items and send the video to me, and then I will do a follow-up program with it, or we will see which one works out, or if I have to come over and take some of the videos myself, whichever works, makes it easier, faster, and then we will let you know.
My appeal is the storage. My appeal is find a place where you can decongest my sitting room, decongest my house, because my house is a 3-bedroom house, but is full of items to donate, and many people are dumping, bringing more. Morris, can you bring a truck? We have organized, because I'm now known in the whole Sydney, in the whole New South Wales.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we will use a little bit of influence and platform to try and push for people to request for these items, and we will all try and find a way to get the distribution happening as well. And I think our brother that came on, Brother Emmanuel, will also be able to support us in this regard, and we will ease the burden, and then you can have your living room back, hopefully. we will help you to get back your living room so you can enjoy yourself.
That's why you use a very good topic, that legacy back home. Even in Africa, we never had our own family. For us, God selected me and my wife in a special way, that our house is always a community house. Because if you visit me today, you just find a small room to sit in. Most of the space is occupied by donations.
Of course.
Yes, donations, yes.
That is normal to happen to somebody that is decided to serve the community and try not to be selfish, So at the moment where we are, we will have to do another program. I believe we have to, so that we can see to the end of this distribution of the items. So before we go, what will be your last words to our viewers, and any message to the people in your community? Is there anything you want to say to some of the people that you are leading?
I want to encourage my fellow vision bearers in the community. If you have a vision, God has blessed you with a vision of helping his people. Don't get distracted by the discouragement around your community, by the statements, by the nicknames they baptize you on the way or everywhere. Don't lose direction. God has got protection around you. God knows your way and how to deliver his work. The work we are doing is not ours, is his. And we are evaluated from time to time. During the darkness, during the light, when there are people, when there are no people. So don't listen, don't focus on what they say. Focus on God's will. Thank you.
Wow. Viewers, I think this one we can't say it better enough. I know that the items he has mentioned, you need them. But the most important thing to me is the part where transformation is involved. This whole issue of giving the gifts, the items to someone for donation, the intention is to transform and to make someone a better person. So as he blesses your life, as the donors are blessing his life to be a blessing to you, so do I also plead with you that as you receive the blessing of even hearing this good news, I believe someone's heart is at peace. He knows that I'm going to get a bed to sleep on through Coda TV and Brother Morris. That peace you have, I pray that you also become a point of peace, a source of peace to somebody else. So that as someone eases your stress and your burden, be the source of someone's ease in his life, and God will bless you. You know, Coda TV, all we do is we say that we are reconciling humanity back to the source. And what is the source? Our source is God and God alone. Godliness is what we pursue. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I encourage you to always remember that we love you, but God loves you more. We're going to see you again next time. That is today is Monday, so we'll be seeing you, coming your way again on Wednesday, and then we'll be coming your way again on Thursday. God bless you so much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you again, but wait for us. We are coming back again with a follow-up program to this particular thing we've just done. God bless you so much. Bye-bye.